Good Thursday morning, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to the Thursday Morning Show, sponsored by HB Neal Construction. You switch over and look at the Tamco Live Doppler radar. A little bit of some showers, if that, maybe a little quick downpour, some drizzle going on just north of Lake Charles earlier this morning. This is really just showing that front has moved offshore. It went through last night, early this morning, has moved offshore, so it feels slightly cooler this morning, but it is pretty dry across the region. We've got some showers and thunderstorms off towards our east, getting into really Mobile, Alabama, into parts of Georgia. You can see they need the rain. They're getting those scattered showers. Lots of lightning where that frontal boundary really is. North of that frontal boundary of just really some light to moderate rain, but you can definitely tell where that boundary is because lots of lightning occurring parts of the south. But nothing going on here locally. It is awfully quiet. We do have lots of clouds. We're going to be dealing with the cloud cover today and tomorrow, but there's that frontal boundary has moved offshore. It's going to be mostly dry today. There is a chance for a little passing shower here or there. Temperature is going to be slightly cooler, no longer in the middle to upper 80s. We're going to be staying in the 70s today, thanks to that weak front that has moved through overnight last night, early this morning. Thanks to our sponsor of Tamco Hellguard Beyond Class 4, showing us what's going on. Again, here's a temperature department sponsored by Do Good Credit Union. You can tell that the 40s are into the plains, but that's not going to reach here into the Lone Star State down here in southeast Texas, southwest Louisiana. You can see that warm sector. You've got 70s, Brownsville at 81 degrees, but here locally from Beaumont into Houston and Lafayette, Lake Charles, we're in the 60s. The 70s is further off towards the east where that front is waiting to really push into those regions. And you can see here into our region, we actually have some low 50s in St. Augustine, but the rest of our region mainly into the upper 50s, Woodville, Jasper, and those regions, and the rest is really into the 60s, low 60s in Beaumont and Lake Charles to Lafayette. Slightly warmer towards Houston and Lake Jackson. They haven't got that cooler air, but they're going to stay in the 70s all day today, thanks to a sponsor of Neutron Electrical Services. Air conditioning did not work overtime last night. You can actually see that change this morning. Some areas 11, 12, up to 15 degrees cooler than we were yesterday on Wednesday morning. Still somewhat of a slight cool down over there in Houston and Lake Jackson, anywhere from 4 to 7 degrees, but a pretty big change parts of the I-10 corridor, especially up towards the Lakes region. Thanks again to our sponsor of Do Good Credit Union. Our outdoor and construction forecast for today, it might not be the prettiest day in the world, but we're going to stay mostly dry. There is a chance for a quick little shower to move through this afternoon and this evening. Temperatures really top out into the upper 70s, but not a bad day at all. It's just going to be mostly cloudy throughout the day. It's not going to be pretty by any means, but it's not going to be a bad outdoor day. Just have to watch for a chance for a passing shower. We should stay on the mostly dry side, just dealing with lots of clouds throughout the day today. Look at the Futurecast, sponsored by Switch Electric. You've got the flow out of the north, so somewhat slightly drier and slightly cooler air. You can see the showers really staying offshore. We actually have some showers we'll be watching from the north later today. We can see that. That's why we still have that coverage for some passing showers. And again, this isn't going to be enough to disrupt anything and just be a quick little sprinkle, if that. And then this evening, everything really should kind of die down, no problems at all. And then once we get into Friday morning, we can start seeing some showers along the coastline and offshore. Should stay mostly dry here inland. But what we'll be watching is that afternoon, we get a little bit more of the heat of the day, upper 70s to near 80. We get that flow back out of the south. We'll be watching for the potential for a line of showers and thunderstorms to be sneaking in from our northern areas. Will this get to the I-10 corridor Friday night? That's a big question, but it should get into our area by Saturday morning. We'll be watching that line to move into our northern counties and parishes like Huntsville, Livingston, Jasper, down to DeRidder. But this will eventually finally get down to the I-10 corridor and coast by the time we get into Saturday morning. So our potential for showers and thunderstorms is really Friday evening, really Friday night into Saturday morning. So by mid to late Saturday morning, this should be pushing out, but we want to see how fast this will push out. Right now, Saturday to mid to late morning seems about right, but this could linger into Saturday early afternoon. How much rain are we looking at? Pretty much Friday night into Saturday morning. There's going to be some spots that can get up to 1 to 2 inches of rain, but a lot of us, this is going to be really around a quarter to a half an inch. We'll see just how far south this really does get. You can see some heavier totals up there towards the northern counties and parishes. We'll see exactly how far south this goes. But the potential for 1 to 2 inches of rain Friday night into Saturday morning definitely is there. Thanks again to our sponsor of Switch Electric. Afternoon high temperatures today. Thanks to that front, we're going to stay into the 70s, mid to upper 70s far towards the north. The rest of the region can get into the upper 70s down towards the coast. About the same thing as well, too. There is a chance for a passing shower, just not going to be enough to disrupt really anything at all, in my opinion. Thanks to our sponsor of Silsby Ford. Get you one. Overnight tonight, slightly cooler than what we've seen the last couple of nights. Upper 50s far towards the north, but the rest of the region is going to be into the 60s, really kind of ranging from the low 60s over there into the southwest. They're a little bit warmer into the upper 60s to low 70s, but still not bad for this time of year in May. Typically, we are very warm, very humid like we've seen the last couple of days. We'll take this slight little cool down. And then here we are for our Southeast Texas 7-day forecast. Our biggest chance of rain is going to be Friday night into Saturday morning. We'll see if anything lingers into Saturday afternoon, but the biggest potential definitely is Friday night into Saturday morning. And then as we get into Mother's Day Sunday, looks mostly dry. We'll watch something coming in from the north on Sunday evening, but it should be mostly dry on Mother's Day Sunday. And then we stay dry at least into early to middle of next week. Temperatures into the 80s is really what we're going to be looking at. Same thing for Southwest Louisiana. Our best chance of rain is going to be Friday evening, really Friday night into Saturday morning. We'll see if this lingers into Saturday afternoon, but this should move out by at least Saturday mid to late morning. And then we get into, almost at Easter Sunday. We get into Mother's Day Sunday. Doesn't look bad at all. Temperatures into the low to mid 80s, and we stay dry as we get into next week as well, too. Good time to go download the free Gulf Coast Weather Solutions app. It will keep you updated no matter where you are, no matter where you're traveling to. It keeps you updated with any watch, any warning, any alert of anything that's going on. To sum it up today, temperatures staying into the 70s. A chance for a passing shower is in the forecast, but it shouldn't be enough to disrupt anything. Thanks for tuning in to the Thursday morning show. We'll have more updates throughout the day today, but other than that, I will see y'all tomorrow on Friday morning. Have a wonderful Thursday. Enjoy the slightly cooler temperatures for May. Thanks again for tuning in to Gulf Coast Weather Solutions.
Gulf Coast Weather Solutions is sponsored by
At Gulf Coast Weather Solutions, we focus on delivering reliable weather forecasts. Our new app provides reliable weather updates and alerts no matter where you are. With real-time weather alerts and warnings, you can stay informed and prepared wherever you go. Download the Gulf Coast Weather Solutions app today on the App Store and Google Play and stay connected no matter where you are.